Thank you once again for watching my video. My name is Mr. Charles Fonike. In this video tutorial, we will discuss on tantalum capacitors with porous anode and liquid electrode. So in this case, another name of this liquid electrode is called wet tantalum capacitor. They are still under electrolytic capacitor. And remember, we have discussed tantalum capacitor on various areas. I told you that there are three types of tantalum capacitor, which I mentioned. From the first one, I said that is foil and tantalum foil electrolytic capacitor. This second one is liquid electrolytic capacitor, and the third one, I think it should be solid tantalum capacitor. So in this case, I'm going to make this video brief and short as well. So before we proceed on this tutorial, please, I would like to say, if you like my video, subscribe to my channel, comment and like. So in this tantalum capacitors with porous anode and liquid electrode, the short name of this is also known as the wet capacitor and wet tantalum capacitor, and it was first formed to be introduced. Most times this one is the first one to be introduced among every other capacitor. So in that case, this one, the only difference of this one is is very expensive to be, is very expensive, and it has spaces to be used. You can, it's not too as big as other ones. And thirdly, if you are using it with what is it called, with sulphuric acid, it has excellent electricity characteristics. All these things that I'm saying are the summary function or work of this wet tantalum capacitor. I just summarize it in case once we are going through the PowerPoint presentation, it will not look as if is a new thing, which I use 1 minute or 2 minutes to summarize the main function of this liquid or wet tantalum capacitor, because that is the short name of this tantalum capacitor. So in that case, let's proceed. Just as I said before, it was first to be introduced among of the three tantalum capacitor that I have just mentioned. So in that case, it still offers the best space. It offers the best space in electronics gadget or motherboard. It offers the best space, and a variety of electrodes can be used within the forms of tantalum capacitor. A variety of electrodes can be used within these forms of tantalum capacitor. The most important thing I want you to understand here is it offers the best space for any electronics gadget or electronics motherboard, all depending. But the only disadvantage that is there is it is expensive. Not too much expensive, but it's more expensive than other tantalum capacitor. So in that case, those using sulphuric acid as their electrode have excellent electrical characteristics. I have already said it. If Because wet tantalum capacitor are used in this area, but most of them they are using in terms of manufacturing it, they use sulphuric acid. And once anyone that they produce that they use a sulphuric acid in terms of the manufacturing, you will not know that it has an excellent electrical characteristic. And you know that each of the capacitor that you are buying from any of the manufacturer or distributor, it has all the details of that capacitor. So before you buy or before you purchase it, at least they should give you the details, so that if you are buying, you will know that this one is they use sulphuric acid to produce this one, and you will see all the information on it. So in that case, if you are to buy it, you should also consider those things. But the only difference is that it's expensive, but is this one worth it as well? And in this area also, the maximum working voltages that are manufactured tend to be a maximum of about 70 volts. Not all tantalum capacitor has the capability of withstanding a voltage up to that 70, but this one, it has the capability to withstand 70 volts. That is to show you that that is a characteristic, that is one of the most characteristics of the electrical stuff that I just mentioned before. Just to withstand about 70 volts and so on and so forth. But not for instance, the other one that I treated last week, which I said foil and tantalum foil electrolytic capacitor, some of them can withstand 35 volts, some of them can withstand 20 volts and 40 volts and so on and so forth. But I don't think that that one can withstand up to 70 volts. So those are the difference that you should also put in consideration. And finally, these wet tantalum capacitors are very much expensive than others. Just as I said before, is very much expensive than others, and as a result, they are not widely used. They are not widely used not because they are not available. They are not widely used not because they are not there. They are not widely used just because of the expenses, because of the money that is involved. So all depending on you individual or the company what you want to use it for, and you can purchase it and you use it for what you want to use it for. Thank you once again for watching my video. Please, if you like my video, subscribe to my channel, comment and like. See you next week.